Look away now. For years, the world has looked away as killings, rape, and massive displacement ravaged Darfur and spilled across the border into neighboring countries, Chad, the Central African Republic. For years, the world looked away, pretending the catastrophe wasn't happening, hoping it would just go away, claiming that we were powerless to make it stop. But the catastrophe certainly was happening. It most definitely did not and has not gone away, and we simply cannot accept that we are powerless to make it stop. The numbers have become overwhelming. 200,000 dead in Darfur, thousands more dead in Chad and Central African Republic, untold thousands of women likely raped, some 2.5 million people forced to flee their homes, but still living in peril, unable to escape danger and truly find safety. African Union troops were deployed, but they were under-resourced, under-trained, too few in number, and hampered by a weak mandate. Abuses continued, even increased. The Security Council tasked the new International Criminal Court with bringing those responsible for the atrocities to justice. But the Sudanese government refuses to cooperate and has now had the audacity to appoint Ahmed Haroun, one of the masterminds of the horror in Darfur, who the court wants to see arrested, to head up a commission looking into the human rights violations. The Security Council tried to choke off the flow of arms to the region with an arms embargo, but it is flouted by the Sudanese government at every turn, and powerful world governments like Russia and China are implicated in the continuing trade in death that keeps weapons flowing into the region. A year ago, the UN woke up to the fact that Chad and the Central African Republic are under siege as well, and agreed that international forces needed to be deployed there immediately. But more than 12 months later, nothing has happened, and thousands more have died in those two countries. Meanwhile, the fighting, the attacks, and the killings have continued, and things become more and more complex. Allies fight allies, opposition groups turn on each other. Providing humanitarian assistance is often a desperately dangerous affair. Arms abound. I was in Chad along the border with Darfur late last year. At every turn, people talk to me about abandonment. Abandoned by their own government. Abandoned by the world. No one comes to try to stop the attacks before they happen. No one comes to respond to the attacks once they are underway. And no one comes to offer protection after the attacks to the thousands of displaced people who have no safe haven to flee to. As one village elder put it to me, it is as if they want us to die. Abandoned, looking away, no more. There is perhaps new hope. The UN decision in July to deploy 26,000 troops to Darfur can, should, absolutely must make a huge difference. But there are still months to go before that will happen. And as those days, weeks, and months go past, people are still at risk of being killed, women still face the risk of being raped, and thousands more people may again be uprooted from their homes. In Chad, it looks like a European Union force may arrive in coming weeks or months. None of this can be too soon, as the end of the rainy season brings with it the very real possibility of a renewed and ferocious wave of violence. Where is Canada in all of this? Where is our nation looking? Where is our government looking? Are we looking to lead the effort to bring the tragedies of Darfur, Chad, and the Central African Republic to an end? Are we at the center of the initiative to get troops on the ground in the region? No, not at all. And we could be, should be, and absolutely must be. The world cannot look away now. Canada cannot look away now. We must keep up the pressure. We must insist that Sudan rein in the militias and armed groups responsible for so much murder and rape. We must demand that war criminals be turned over to the International Criminal Court. We must do everything we can to ensure that well-equipped, Well-trained troops and police with a strong mandate are on the ground and ready to take over as soon as is possible. We must not look away. Thank you.